the Lancer Evo 10. Need I say any more?
Lancer Evolution. As far as legendary nameplates go, this is 24-karat gold, studded with diamonds. For like forever, it's been the standard against which road-going rally replicas have been judged. The entire Mitsubishi brand image has been built around Lancer Evolutions and their phenomenally successful rally cars. With Tommy Mäkinen behind the wheel, Lancer Evolutions won the World Rally title 4 times on the trot, from 96 to 99. And while they might not be in the WRC anymore, they're still the default choice for Group N production class rallying. Ask our boy Gaurav Gill, who has campaigned and won in the APRC with an Evo 10 for the past 2 years. Which begs the question, why the hell have HM Mitsubishi waited so bloody long to bring the Lancer Evolution to India? But it's now finally in India, and we have a whole day at the Curry Motor Speedway in Coimbatore to play with this car. Lancer Evolutions have always been hairy-chested aggro machines, as terrifying visually as they are breathtaking. But with the Evo 10, the 9th generation in the series, they've got some proper designers to work on the styling. The result is a trademark fighter jet grille that snarls its menacing intent and threatens to chew your head off if you so much as mention Audi's goatee. It's a serious and striking front end, and as always, the aluminum fenders, bonnet and roof is standard to cut weight. And in the best Lancer Evolution traditions, there's this huge picnic table tacked onto the boot. Sure, it's in the name of aerodynamics, and there's a huge rear diffuser to suck the air from beneath and stick the car to tarmac no matter what the speed. But hey, with there being not much in the way of a boot, it's actually smaller than an i20. It's always handy to carry your picnic table around, especially when you go out rally testing and you got to take out lunch for the crew. The Indian Evo is the high-spec MR variant that gets massive Brembo brakes front and rear, 18-inch BBS wheels, and the suspension is upgraded with Bilstein shocks and Eibach springs. The absolute who's who of the aftermarket performance world. I'm lucky enough to have driven various iterations of the Lancer Evolution, and all had interiors that looked like my 2-year-old niece had glued it together. The Evo 10 won't have German manufacturers scurrying for the pencils and rulers, but it is much, much nicer. But who the hell cares? The only things you should bother about are the seats, and these are phenomenal Recaros, and the steering wheel, which is fat, grippy, and has these flappy paddles behind it, and 2 buttons. AWC, this shifts the all-wheel drive traction control settings between tarmac, gravel, and snow. We'll leave it on tarmac. And then there's a button for the twin clutch SST gearbox, which speeds up the shifts and changes the shift pattern. There's a sport mode and there's an extreme super sport mode. Obviously, we'll leave it in super sport. And finally, you switch off stability control. So AC is off. Now we're ready to go. This is a wet track, it's slippery, and she's still gripping like crazy. And they've given this car a fitting moniker. In the UK, this car is called Evolution 10 FQ300. 300 because it makes close to 300 horsepower, 295 to be precise. FQ, yeah, you guessed right. Quick. This car is really quick. This Evo 10 debuts an all-new engine. It's codenamed 4B11 and it is the first aluminum block Evo engine. And like all Evos, it is turbocharged and displaces 2 liters from its 4 cylinders. And it kicks out 295 PS of power and 366 Newton meters of torque. Of course, being only 2 liters, this engine does have some amount of turbo lag. But it's no longer all or nothing. And when the engine does come on boost, when the fireworks start exploding under the bonnet, oh my word, she's quick. Really, really quick. And that exhaust note, oh man, Now this gearbox does not have a launch control mode, and that's why 0 to 100 takes more than 6 seconds. We'd expect it to go a little quicker, but once you start moving, she's insanely quick. And this gearbox, the different modes, especially Super Sport, the gear shifts are violent, firecracker quick, just like a proper exotic Italian. Man, with gearboxes like this, manual gearboxes are dead. Now, to demonstrate just how bloody quick the Evo 10 really is, we've got along a benchmark, Team Overdrive's rally car. Now, that car's been built by Red Rooster Performance to Group N specifications, but it's got an open intake, an open exhaust, and a race ECU, so it makes around 15 horsepower more, plus the car's lighter, so it has a better power to weight ratio. And it's running JK slick tires, so it's got a lot more grip off the line. But compared to this, let's see how it'll fare. Evos have never been cheap cars to buy and run. The Evo 10 will cost when it is launched next month between 45 and 50 lakh rupees, which is pretty damn high. And then you'll go wowza when you see a thirst for fuel. In fact, there's a fuel consumption readout, and right now it's not even showing me the range, like as if it wants to hide my eyes from some horror. And the average consumption is showing 41.4 liters per 100 kilometers. That's around 2 kmpl. What a hilarious car. But for all those rupees, what you get is the Evo's real party piece. Super all-wheel control. Now forgive me for sounding all geeky like Shumi, but there's no easy way to explain this. So here goes. SAWC is super all-wheel control. It's a complex torque distribution system that uses a mix of electronically controlled mechanical and hydraulic clutches. Now there's an active center differential that distributes torques between the front and the rear wheels. And then side to side between the left and right wheels, there's a helical differential up front and active yaw control at the rear. Now active yaw control is fiendishly clever, and Mitsubishi have been using it in successive generations of the Lancer Evolution. It's only now that BMW and Porsche have torque vectoring, which more or less does the same thing. And if that's not it, SAWC, it also interacts with the stability and traction control and Sport ABS to determine just how much power and braking goes to each corner. Is your head hurting hard enough now? Yaw control is really the bee's knees. It allows the rear to rotate more, allowing corners to be attacked harder. Takes a bit of getting used to, especially the oversteer sensation, but trust it, and the Evo is fun, hugely addictive, and massively quick. Hilariously quick. Drive her clean and fast, and she rewards with minimal understeer and neutral manners. But switch off stability control, grab her by the scruff of her neck, and that little jab guy inside the car shuffles torque front and rear, side to side, and makes this car an absolute dream. You can slide the car, hold drifts, put it into oversteer, and do things that you never imagined you could do with the car. It really flatters a good driver, puts him on a pedestal of a god. Man, this car is so much better than I expected it to be. What a car.